the coffin's embrace. Moxie's fury, a relentless chase. Splinters fly, the nails scream. Dark corners hold a blood-soaked dream. Into somewhere with fire in their eyes, talking the madness beneath the skies. And they leave the skies. Make us inside. Take us inside. Neon lights can't hide the shade. Every punch thrown feels the same. Blood and sand and a hollow sheer. Rests only and dies right here. They sold the fight for a shiny crown. Jake and Cody break it down. Into somewhere we all go. We all go. We all go. Wrestling futures they all show. Jake and Cody rocking the flow. Into somewhere. Into somewhere. Into somewhere. Into somewhere. Into somewhere. First night, false fists in the sky. Second night, the legends collide. Into somewhere we crash and burn. Turn the page, no way to return. CM Punk and Gunther fight. Cody Rhodes, John Cena ignite. Broken foot, but the show rolls on. Jake's pain sings a quiet song. In the sun, where we all fall. Wrestling rumors, wrestling brawls. Jake and Cody calling it raw. In the somewhere, breaking the wall. Eclipse, a suplex, dreams and chair shot screams. Fans in the chat throwing wild extremes. Jake's got crutches, but his spirit won't bow. Cody laughs, Jake wipes his brow. Jake calls a shot, Spaz breaks the game. Cody's in the fray, adding to the flame. Ladders they rise, fists hit the air. Chaos erupts without a care. Triple A's warriors and XT's pride. Only one walks with glory inside. Into somewhere we scream and shout. Into somewhere where we break it down. CM Punk, John Cena tearing up the town. Broke half on fire, no one spit it better. Reviewing like a beast, no one does it clever.
Their bones turn to dust. Infernal blood stains everything, and may you trust.
What's going on, ladies and gents? Jake, aka Countdown ended, bringing you the Friday Night Smackdown review. We've got the energy in the house. It's Friday, October 3rd, 2025. How the hell are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well this Friday evening. Survived through Smackdown. Okay episode, knowing that they're building for Crown Jewel. Again, Dark, thanks to these guys for being the official theme makers of Into Somewhere. Go ahead and give them a ton of credit. Check them out on Bandcamp at the links down below. Their latest album, Satan Icon, is amazing. As always, I'm not alone. I've got the one, the only, Cody Onidi, 316. What's...
Smackdown was a shit show.
Really?
I know I might be being negative. I don't know if I'm just tired or what, but this show is so fucking lifeless garbage. I think this show is just horrendous and the worst wrestling show of the week. I'm not even trying to be negative at this point, but Smackdown is just lost in any kind of creative direction whatsoever. They don't even have a main story on this show. It's like what Main Event used to be years ago when they brought that show to that whatever network that it used to be on. That's what it reminds me of. Just a fun little.
So you're not
show. This show is garbage.
wrong. They don't have an overarching narrative. They don't have a even like a narrative throughput at this point. It's just, hey, we've got 2 weeks until Crown Jewel, so let's turn this into the best positive we can. And I feel like it's not great, but they still gave us the best hand they could be dealt. I mean, they're booking PLEs every 2 to 3 weeks, and you have to have a meaningful feud with everything on there. And they made sure we didn't get the Vision to kick off
Raw has
Raw
some of that.
and Raw, just end Raw. So now we got them to kick off and SmackDown. Paul Heyman coming out early on to interrupt Candy. That's right, Cody and Randy back together. No, interwoven troubles there. Randy doing a little side eye at the title, but that's okay. He's Randy. That's what he does. He looks.
He is indeed Randy. Hey, and people that want to call me a WWE tribalist, I'll give you this. I honestly think Dynamite is a better show than SmackDown. And I don't know if that's a hot take, but
I might have to throw you off this show if that's what you're saying, because to me, Dynamite was certainly the worst of the week, and that
SmackDown is the worst show of the week for sure.
Why the Death Riders are even still a thing, I don't know. Dynamite averaged 465,000 viewers this week, down 27.1%, and this is their 6-year anniversary show. Happy homecoming. I feel bad. I wanted to see them get something better, but you figure they've lost several of their top characters / baby faces. You know, Swerve's gone, Osprey's gone, and every week they're continuing with the Death Riders just winning and getting heat. They won the coffin match. Now it's going to be an I Quit, and they're choking Darby out with a belt. Like, it's just S&M just freaking heaven at this point. I don't know. I'm not into the bondage scene, but if they want more tag matches, so be it. It's just, it hasn't been my thing. There's really not much grabbing me on Dynamite, and I want to like Dynamite. Dynamite needs to be here.
What's grabbing you on SmackDown?
So there's still some things that I thought that were enjoyable tonight. It wasn't great, but I still like the further development of Cody and Randy. Eventually, is Randy going to turn on him? We really don't know. There's only how many more times they're going to be able to do this team up together, so enjoy it while we got it.
We say that every time, though, that they team up together, that, it's going to be the betrayal this time. They're building up to the betrayal, so how many
I don't know that they are.
That?
They might not. I love seeing Randy just be the face that he is. Seeing Randy interact with the audience now, the way that he does, makes me just, as a father, like, have that natural inner smile. I feel like I'm hugging puppies. I'm like, oh, Randy, you're so wholesome. Oh.
Even though I think they could do the open challenge better, I still think Sami Zayn is still the best thing on SmackDown each week with the US Open Challenge.
Especially when you think back to the Randy that was scatting in the ladies' bags. I'm like, he's dropping in Maria, and now you look at him and he's getting Randy grabbing the sign to bring to Cody to sign. Oh, come on. Brings a tear to a dad's eye. And once again, I want to say thank you to the Vacationing Liz for my amazing birthday Cody Rhodes Tumbler Cup. So, by the way, you have a thank you gift arriving tomorrow by the time you get home for vacation. So keep an eye out for that. But I went ahead and didn't hate SmackDown like you did, apparently, because I would typically be more angry, but like the draft doesn't matter. But it hasn't mattered in ever.
The draft doesn't matter whatsoever. I don't even know why people want it back or go.
And I understand why the draft. They've got to have the main feud of show versus show. Champion versus champion. So they've got to have Stephanie over here. They've got to have Cody come over here. But then they bring the Vision with them, and it muddies the waters. I get it, but I don't think it's the biggest deal. I don't think it's the worst.
Why even have a
for them to have?
Everyone's just gonna always appear on the opposite show. It makes
See,
no sense.
I'm more excited about the war we're getting on Tuesday with NXT in Showdown. I'm going to get that right. NXT Showdown. And You're thinking it's a clean sweep. I'm thinking maybe not
Indeed,
so
I am.
much. They might even do 2 and 2, and this keeps it going for a while because we know TNA is filming at Full Sail and the PC. So they've got them booked there for a while. We're hearing that that's when they're going to be putting together a sizzle reel to send to the CW network, and they're aiming to get them put on Wednesday nights against Dynamite. TNA has worked
Hey, people in the chat call me
diligently.
negative. Hey, I might be negative, but at least I'm telling my truth here. I'm not gonna just come up here and say, "Oh, SmackDown's the greatest thing ever. I love it so much."
Yeah,
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I give you credit for that. Drink pop.
I'm not
Explosive.
gonna lie.
I don't know the name of it, but it's pineapple, grenadine, and so it takes a long time to extract that shit too. So
As I said again,
Yeah.
here's something positive. Sami Zayn is the best thing on the show every week with the open challenge. That's my
really,
take.
see, I
Yes.
was upset this week because he was beat. He was done for. Aleister Black's
Predictable,
intelligent feat
predictable,
whooped his
but
ass,
good
and
match.
then Damian Priest had to be the foil. And I hate that Aleister is treated so shitty that was his undoing. His attention, an ADHD-ridden man-child couldn't keep his eye on the ball. The hatred within him leading to next week's Last Man Standing match in Australia. Going to be interesting on SmackDown. I don't know if they're airing SmackDown live for Netflix viewers at like 8 a.m. I know they said SmackDown will still be on the normal time, but remember they did that last time. Love you. That they went ahead and where were they? I think they were in Saudi, but they did that where they aired it earlier, and then the network.
I
had
think
it
they are
regularly at
because
8.
Raw's
So
going to be live when they're in Australia. So
yeah,
I'm
it could
assuming they'll do
be.
the same on
I
SmackDown.
imagine they'll do it. So I haven't heard anything concrete yet, but we'll keep an ear to the ground at this point. I like the way the intro played out, though. That was good. Cody comes out just as he's about to talk. He gets foiled by Paul Heyman and the Brawns. The Brawns are out there being the muscle. Heyman's on the mic. Just when you think Cody's about to be outnumbered, magically Orton, who is magic, he must have went to like Harry Potter land or something, because that guy can disappear and reappear. He's getting that invisibility cloak. He's getting a lot of use out of that damn thing. He just appears next to Cody. Or like hire a hitman service. And there he is with the shirt that says RKO everybody into somewhere. This was fun. This was good. You know, they knew that Heyman would pull something, so Orton was at the ready. And the whole time, Paul Heyman was just trying to attempt to sow division between them. How many times have you been betrayed before? And so on and so forth. It was a good promo, but it falls short. I do not believe Randy's turning anytime soon. I mean, they've had better opportunities to turn Randy in the last few years, and they haven't. So think about how long he's been a face now. He's through the RK Bro stuff, through
he's been a face since the RK Bro stuff. Because, I think he was
for a while now, and people thought he was going to turn.
Riddle. He faced Matt Riddle, then Matt Riddle thought they were friends, and that built Randy Orton to the babyface he is now still today.
And
which
from there,
I don't even know if they're really actually building on a Randy Orton heel turn at this point, because we say this every time. Oh, I'm enjoying this because this means Randy Orton's finally going to turn heel this time and going to be monumental. We've been saying this since 2022, since Cody Rhodes has returned. So I really don't know if they're building on that. Possibly this time, yes.
Yeah.
But
I was hoping they were going to be building on Carmelo Hayes, but that you can bitch about.
I don't think you're going to be seeing it until like maybe December or after Cena's retirement, because I'm sure Randy's going to be there.
Yeah.
Like being one of his friends out there for his retirement match.
You know, they did announce that for Cena's retirement, since they're doing the 16th at Madison Square Garden for Raw, they're going to have NXT be part of Madison Square Garden's what is it, the theater that they had last time? So they're going to be doing that for NXT at MSG November 17th.
That's nice. Cena's final Raw, that is, right? think you muted yourself.
Sounds good. I'm excited. You know, that's a lot of big superstars, and I'm glad that we were able to go ahead and see them in MSG last time. So this is cool. It's a big deal. And as I clear my throat, yeah. So again, I didn't hate the opening. It was a Raw opening on a SmackDown show, which we're kind of tired of. But it was nice to see a few different people in the mix. It wasn't LA Knight.
I'm gonna
it
go
wasn't
back
the
to my
Usos.
whole theory that we're getting that War Games match I predicted.
Okay.
With
Hit me.
Cena, Randy, Cody, possibly Roman and Jay versus The Vision and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. It doesn't not make sense for Lesnar to join the Vision with Paul Heyman there. I mean, like, it's not a bad idea. I just don't know that it'll happen, or Cena may not be involved. He may be involved. It'd be cool if he was. I'd like to see him get some form of retribution.
Dominic since it's San Diego.
A lot of people think he's doing the Dom route. I even said if he faces Dom and then faces Sheamus, you know, Sheamus gets the win off of Cena. That's a good way to bop that belt to somebody else, but you get two meaningful title changes. Two.
A lot of people are saying that Dominic's going to be his last match.
And thank you, Paul, for what you do. You know,
so I don't know if you agree or disagree with that. And a lot of people are pushing for that
very
too.
well. I don't know. A lot of people said Gunther. Some people are convinced he's going to be wrestling Edge. If they found a way to make that happen, I would shit a brick on air, honestly. Find a way to just engulf a brick up my anus and shit it out, because that would be a total...
Oh, if he faces Edge, I'll wear what... I'll even... That's not happening. So I'll wear whatever anyone wants me to wear, and I'll have a whole camera stream wearing that if Edge is his final opponent.
I mean, not even his final, I'm saying, but if he faces him at all in the next few weeks, because what they said is Edge stepped away from AEW.
Well, if he faces Edge, it's definitely going to be his final match, right?
I would say at MSG would be the place to be, but, you know, hey... on
a Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, I think that would be a hell of a way, because they can... I don't know who they're going to finish off with. I think they'd want to do it to either somebody they put over, like a Gunther... Like, they want some type of payoff with the last Cena match. If he's going to lose, you got to do it for somebody worthwhile and big. And I feel like Gunther's been a non-factor
Gunther and Dominic
for quite a while. Gunther lost the world title, and then he fought Pat McAfee, and then retired Goldberg, and then he had eye surgery and faded away for a while. So I don't feel like Gunther is a great choice.
I guess Gunther's been. I feel like it's going to be
not
Gunther
for the final
Dominic.
match.
I don't know.
Dominic, I mean, for the final match, and what? Cena wins.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying put Dominic over heading out.
A lot of people also want Cena to win the IC title from Dominic and then go fight Sheamus. I said that initially, and that's been catching steam quite a bit online. People want him at the 11th Raw to go ahead and beat Dom, and then at the 17th at MSG lose it to Sheamus, which I wouldn't hate. Like I said, two monumental title changes there. Cena gets it, Sheamus finally gets it, both Grand Slams, both in the weeks apart. Like, that's huge.
It does make sense, but
Cena has in history with Sheamus. They didn't face off. He's got heat with the Miz still. I would like to see him and the Miz face off. Honest to God, that would mean something to me, as crazy as that is. I wanted to see him show up at Bound for Glory and face Joe Hendry. That still is like the ultimate.
Match is out of the car.
I feel like it's not happening. Yeah, Joe Hendry tried to will it to existence. He was able to make himself.
Joe Hendry said he thinks it will happen, and it didn't.
I hope it does. I believe.
For the most part, it seems like they're just running back.
How do you forget about Joe Hendry?
Say his name and he appears.
When he ever popped up over the glass the other day for the Jordan Grace promo, you know, backstage segment, I was like, oh, hell yeah, that's great. Just
I would like to see Cena versus Hendry, but there's more, I think, meaningful matches right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. With his limited schedule.
The further I sip, the more control I lose, my friend. So you're sounding pretty right in reason. You know what I say? Carmelo Hayes got no payoff for being with the Miz. Like I was hoping they did the thing where Miz, just like he said, they capture the tag titles from the Wyatt Six. Miz had history with the Wyatt Six. They get the tag titles briefly, even, and let Carmelo get the U.S. title. Miz screws over Sammy. Carmelo takes the belt. Sammy gets it back. Fine. But just to have the payoff of Carmelo having the U.S. title and the tag titles while he says, you know, Miz is the only one to do it. No, I can do it too. Now they fought. He broke up with him before the title match. You know what Miz is going to do. You know what kind of heel he is. So it feels very foolish and rookie-ish on Carmelo's part. All of it just fell apart as he got attacked by the Miz, because you're like, how did you not see this coming? Why would you, you know, dump him at the altar now, knowing that he's a vengeful bride? He's coming to kill you. Instead of kill Bill, it's kill Carmelo. That's what's happening. So it felt foolish. And then Aleister Black saunters out slowly, no music, grabs the mic and says, I'll face you, basically. Puts the mic down and saunters to the ring slowly. No music starts to play. The audience doesn't say boo. It just happens. It was slow to the start, but this match picked up into something worthwhile. So they started with a lot of arm drags and kicks, chops to the chest, and then they finally got a really big springboard moonsault, and that's when they went into commercial. So when they came back, it was all about the smart, educated feet that, you know, Aleister has. Finally, he lands a couple solid kicks. He rocks him and then hits him with a German suplex into a bridge for a really nice near fall. Great 2 count there, 2 9/10. And then again, hits him with another flurry of kicks. 1 to the head, gets a leg sweep, another near fall, 2 count. And, you know, Black basically had it won. So he avoids the Helluva Kick, and he basically gets a Meteora out of the corner, gets another near fall. Now he backs up. He's going to give him the Black Mass. Damien comes out at ringside. He's over by the Prime Hydration Station area. He distracts Aleister Black. Sammy sees him looking this way, hits him with the Helluva Kick, Blue Thunder Bomb, transition for the win. Sammy defeats Aleister in about 15 minutes. It was a damn good match. It got better as time went on. Aleister had the win had he not been distracted by Damian Priest. I know, cry me a river, but it really just... What has Aleister done since returning? He has just played that middle card road in the mid card on SmackDown right now. Several have said it. Pico agrees. It's very, very, very mid. The mid card is mid. The tag division was rocking. Then they gave the belt to the Wyatt Six, and now we're getting, you know, from the Ring movie, 7 days type promos on a screen. No further character development or advancement for the Wyatt Six whatsoever. We don't know why they're together more. Like we've never gotten any explanation from them furthering their story.
And you were
besides
trying
the
to praise
VHS
this
tapes
show
on Raw.
when we got on air.
Like I said, I didn't hate it. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either, you know? And the match was good
I
here,
thought it was
but
horrible.
Sami
This match was
Zayn,
good. This is what I said.
he's
Sami Zayn
been
is
a
the best
useful
part of
U.S.
SmackDown
champ.
each week.
I don't know if it was the best part, but it was definitely up there.
I don't.
I like the match. I just don't like Aleister Black's handling. I don't want to quite say booking, but I feel like he should be held in a little bit of a higher
Well, you weren't
regard.
going to have Sammy drop the title yet.
You can. I mean, he can get it back. You might need to make some buzz around this thing. It gets pretty stale if he's always going to be successfully defending. You got to have a champ lose every now and again to make it, mean something.
It's an open challenge.
All these open challenges always.
How many open challenges has he had?
Several, 5, I believe, so far.
And he needed to lose already.
Yeah. I would have had Aleister win here. Do something different, something to shake up SmackDown because
Sami Zayn's open challenge is the best part of SmackDown. If you get rid of that, then
But I
The
feel like
show
if
is-
you do that, then you make it, hey, shit, somebody can win during an open challenge. Because right now, each one really feels like a foregone conclusion. You just know Sammy's going to retain, and it's just showcasing the other guy. As where if someone finally wins in a match in this way, and it's not at a PLE, you're like, oh shit, the open challenge actually means something. You could now people will pay attention to it more
Well, if you're
because
gonna
they
do that, it
believe.
should be someone like Mello now.
I
Once he
wouldn't
broke away from
disagree.
the Miz.
That's what I wanted originally. I wanted Carmelo to have the U.S. title and the tag title. So I agree with you there. Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aleister Black, I don't know if he's the right guy to win it. I like Aleister Black. He's great, but
I do.
they
I
need to
just
build him up more. And
he's
in that
supposed to
Damian
be this
Priest
amazing just strike
vortex.
master who's just a killer with his super kicks. And
Speaking about
instead,
Damian Priest, what the hell happened to him? He used to.
so I know this happens
more
later on
entertaining.
in the show, but we've got to fast forward for a second. We're going to kind of skip around, and I apologize, but this is the way it flowed for us here. This was terrible. So Priest is in the back.
Yeah,
and
we were
he's
talking
being,
about this one.
He's
Yeah.
being interviewed by Kathy Kelly. A lot of TV time for Kathy Kelly tonight. Great on her. And he's like, Alistair's bad luck. It ran out. And all the bad luck he had is coming to him, It's like, oh, I get it, That's when Kit Wilson rolls up in a wheelchair and starts again with the toxic masculinity era. And I don't know what the point of this is. I mean, he was injured. We know Pretty Deadly was, kind of dealing with this whole injury angle and stuff at this point. I don't know why they have to insert comedy into something serious. So he's like, I'm here to put an end to your toxic masculinity. And then all of a sudden he stands up and Priest is like, oh, it's a miracle. So that should be a big deal that somebody that is either injured, disabled, however you want to phrase it, is able to stand. And instead they make it into a joke. They shove him down and he just throws him off into the production area where you hear loud bangs and clashes and someone knocks over a pipe for effect. You hear everything clang and bang, and that's about it. The poor guy just, it was basically what we heard as the wheelchair, woo, pulled to me and just kept going. So supposed to be funny, but then all of a sudden he snaps back into serious mode. Like I said, Mr. ADD can't focus on one thing enough. And, oh, Alistair. Next week, I'm gonna get you. Even though I just killed a man in a wheelchair, now I'm gonna challenge you to a last man standing match next week. So yeah, this was idiotic. It was painful to get through.
You're telling me.
Damian Priest has been.
Damian Priest used to be a lot more entertaining.
Up until he lost the world heavyweight title, when he lost that title, he lost it to Gunther, right? I believe it was. Or am I crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. Gunther.
He since then, he has done pretty much nothing. Damian Priest has been an extreme afterthought, and he looks like a joke most weeks or a former shell of his former fucking self.
SmackDown, moving them to SmackDown did worse for him than good.
Oh, absolutely. Because him and Drew never really got to have like that true ending. I feel like it just fizzled out and both men were like, we each got to win, but nothing really came of it. And it was tasteless. It was pointless. It was idiotic. And it was very betraying of the character that is Damian Priest. You think back to him in Judgment Day, or him with the Terror Twins with Rhea, or if you think back to the aura that Damian fucking Priest had on NXT when he won that US title and jumps into the hot tub with the beautiful women and starts pouring champagne on himself and their lovely ladies' boobies. That screamed badass. Like, that man has since had himself be neutered, and I don't know why. It feels like I like Priest. I do. But it doesn't feel like he's this true indignant badass. Instead, he's just what someone playing Damian Priest feels like he should do.
He's like the serious guy, but if you're mean to our truth, don't you be mean to my friend.
He doesn't need to be on Raw. It's just that the move for SmackDown buried him even further because now there was so many higher ups to get through. It wasn't just you had Cody, you had Cena, you had Drew, and then there was Roman coming in between, and so many others. So it really was difficult to claw and scrape TV time away to make a meaningful feud. So now they're going to be on SmackDown next week. That's their payoff. They're not on the Crown Jewel show. Right now, Crown Jewel has 3 matches. Trace, that we're totally aware of. Ooh, am I telling the truth, or did they forget to book the rest? Okay, then where are they? That's what I want to know. Okay, don't ask questions. Gotcha. So Crown Jewel is a little over 8 days away, right? And we know what? We've got the good old WWE.com. When we go ahead and look through, I know we have the upcoming match on the ladies' side, but I'm curious, what else are we going to get? We've got Stephanie and Tiffy. They did their contract signing tonight. We've got the ladies doing the tag match from Raw. The Kabuki Warriors are taking on Io and Rhea. Gonna be great. I'm excited for that. And then we've got John Cena and AJ Styles, right? And Cody and Seth. So, 4 matches. We need 1 more. Gotta add on. Who are we gonna add in here? Because we're missing something. I'm not sure what they're going for, but they need to add another one. We're lacking here. So.
I think Damian Priest should be on Raw. I just saw that come. Yep, Damian Priest definitely should. What are you gonna do with him on SmackDown?
I mean, it's not the worst thing. I mean, him going up against Cody would be interesting. Even as a face in this role would be something. I think it would be. I think that he would be better utilized doing something. Him taking on Sammy maybe could be good. Right? No?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're not sold? Maybe? Well, I think it's a good idea, but I mean, something better to utilize him with at this point would be better than nothing. So let's see here. What matches are we missing from my Into Somewhere preview book? Screenshots. We've got the Cena AJ. We've got all 4 matches. Okay. I have not lost my mind. But yeah, as of now, we need 1 more match at minimum to go ahead and add to the show. I'm not sure what we're going to get.
Because we're kind of on polar opposites with SmackDown.
I mean,
So.
Pretty deadly while they're injured. If you're going to do something, fine, but we haven't seen them since January anyways. I don't know.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been since January 10th, I believe, when they were doing against Los Garza.
Wait, why is he in a wheelchair? Who got hurt? I don't know.
Kit Wilson got injured not that long ago, so yeah.
Oh, so where's the other one?
I'm looking. Hold on.
What's his
Dance
name again?
Monkey. You're supposed to. He was face injury during a match on SmackDown. This was July 15th. He was injured. A left shoulder injury for Elton Prince.
Well, Elton Prince, that's his name.
Yep. So that's why he's been down and out. And Kit Wilson, I don't know. I don't see when that happened. I'm trying to, I don't know. So say his name and he appears, Kit Wilson. He shows up in a wheelchair and just gets thrown down. So I don't know. And he's been doing this whole thing with all this for a bit now, where he interrupts Damian Priest. It's been happening for weeks at this point, and it's just not catching on. It's not funny. It's not something I certainly care about. Hopefully they realize this and course correct. soon enough. I mean, we'll see what comes of it, but yeah. Another thing I wanted to bring up, I don't want to bring the show to a screeching halt, but I do want to mention this. I want to send thoughts and prayers to Lexus King and his family because his brother passed away the day before. So he said, I lost my brother today. And let me pull this up here. He says, I lost my brother today. He was a badass, highly intelligent, witty, and charismatic dude. He grew up in the 90s. He loved video games, Warhammer, so many other cool stuff. Recently, we had been on Discord playing StarCraft 2 co-op together. He was enrolled in classes at the University of Cincinnati. He's a veteran who suffered from issues after surviving traumatic events while serving in Afghanistan. He loved his country. His last Facebook post was, human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. A nation does not have to be cruel to be tough. FDR said that. Some words to live by. The battle with your demons is now over, brother. Rest in peace, Jesse Morgan. So from Into Somewhere, if you guys want to go ahead and send him a message of love, we send our condolences. I saw Big Nick from Wrestling for Life. Those guys are great. Spaz went ahead and sent him a message. You know, so sorry for his loss. We send condolences, and mental health, we're always pushing here. That's why I always encourage people to find someone to talk to. No matter how big or small those thoughts are, they're real. And no matter what you're dealing with, you know, whether I've got surgery to go through and you just stub your toe, pain is pain. Everyone experiences it, and everybody wants to hear what you're going through. So you need to go ahead and find somebody to talk, and there's always somebody to listen. My DMs are open, people are out there, but there's resources too. Find somebody to talk to, please. Granted, I found you to talk to about this SmackDown, and I wanted to like this black match, but I couldn't with him getting distracted at the end. And then they had the most asinine Solo Sikoa family tree BS backstage promo / vignette. Solo's a dumbass. He lost his title. He cannot do anything on his own. And now the tall one, Talatonga, is going to betray him next because I love you, Solo. So it's just rinse and repeat. And what is he leading them to? He doesn't have the Ulafala. He's not the head of the bloodline, not the head of the table. He's not even the 2 TC. He's not even the second tribal chief or the 3 TC. He's not even the TC. He's got nothing. Out of tribal chief, the real OTC. He's all out of it.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're doing with that group.
He tried to open up to those around him. We just laughed at him. We're like, you're a bitch. Seriously.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah. You can't win shit. See? Not telling a lie around here. If it wasn't for your brother, you wouldn't have a job. I'm pushing it. Oh, I mentioned the Samoan dynasty. Got it. Got to be careful. That's why Ava still has a job. Gotcha. Because if I went ahead and said anything like that and celebrated any type of unaliving, we'd be thrown off of YouTube. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Just checking. See where the rules are. Where's that line in the sand? You know, I want to know, where can't we cross? Speaking of cross, Carrion had such amazing support for so long, and it's so silent. He's not getting and generating the buzz that I thought he would on the independent scene. And I want more for the man, but I really, really thought that it was a work, that he was just going to be gone for a little bit and come back, and no.
Maybe people are right about it this time. I like Karrion Kross as well, but maybe this one was what you would call fake outrage.
Yeah. Hey.
Why doesn't anyone care anymore?
Absolutely, Mr. Cade Reynolds. Line in the sand. You got the evolution reference. You knew it. Yeah, that's right. You only have a job because of me? Hey, I'll be the best reference you ever need. You go ahead and tell me. I will be your ultimate reference. I can sweet talk as a promoter. You have no idea. I'll say that Mr. Cody O'Needy was the best employee I have ever had the privilege of laying eyes on. He was not only just so efficient in a timely manner, he was actually so productive that he made other employees more productive just out of sheer competition. That's right. He made other people work harder by making them look bad. It was fantastic. He brought up production by 300%. See? See how much I've sold you already? And I'm not even getting rid of you. I didn't even loosen the chains.
I even almost believed it.
Right? I mean none of it. You fucking suck. But
I do.
all right, I like you. Yeah, all right, I like it. That's why we keep you around.
You?
But you know what's up. That's right.
The only thing is you have no choice, though, because in my contract it says you can't fire me and I can't quit.
It also says I don't have to pay you because somehow our Raw review hit 10K, views. That's really cool. So 10,000 people checked that out. So while you're checking that out, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, hit the follow button, turn the bell on because we're going to be live a crap ton next week. We'll be live for the Raw review. We'll be live for NXT.
You want to know why a lot of people
Showdown
the Raw review?
Oh,
because you know how I'm a big Judgment Day fan, right?
Mm.
So they're like, who else is a Judgment Day fan? And I said, Liz is, and everyone came here to see what she had to say about how much she loves the Judgment Day as much as me.
Yeah.
So,
gonna be one hell of a speech about how much she loves Judgment Day. Right. Keep dreaming.
So this Monday night on Raw, for the Raw review, she's gonna let everyone know.
Oh, she's gonna tell everybody how much she loves Judgment Day. Really, I'm excited to see. But yeah, we got a hell of a Raw review that took off, and then a few other shorts went and took off a little bit and whatnot. So things are looking up, right? Let's up those numbers! That's right. Then we'll also be live this Wednesday for Into Somewhere Weekly, giving you predictions for everything going on the weekend. Got a lot to look forward to. Bound for Glory, as well as Crown Jewel. Going to be a big weekend. Wrestle Dream is coming up as well, so we've got to go ahead and talk about that soon. This upcoming weekend, AEW, they're going to go ahead and go head-to-head with NXT Showdown. I'm getting there. So, AEW for Tuesday's title fight night Dynamite, Tuesday's title fight Dynamite, whatever they're calling it. They have Mercedes Moné with an open challenge for her TBS title. So Mercedes is open for business. Wide open, I've heard. Tag team champs Brody is, Brody King Bandito taking on Kazuchika Okada and Takeshita. Or is that Take a Shit? I don't have my glasses on. And then the Demand, right? Because he's in demand. Ricochet teaming with the Gates of Agony against the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, MVP in a street fight. So Tuesday's title fight night Dynamite, not even with all title matches, but hey, whatever. They know what they're doing. Let's see what happens when they go head to head with NXT. I'm excited because we've got Ricky Saints, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Miles Bourne, Team NXT, taking on Mike Santana, Frank Kazarian, Moose, and Leon Slater. Come on. NXT versus TNA Survivor Series
with
match.
TNA.
Not even Survivor Series.
The Soul Snatcher, because I think it could come out of anywhere.
That's right. And then I already bring it up.
If you
want
to see on
team.
Tuesday, TNA doing a clean sweep on NXT, you better watch NXT this Tuesday night.
Damn.
4-0 TNA.
Cutting a promo. Well, speaking of Soul Ruka,
Soul Snatcher.
and we saw her, and God, never mind just Soul's Hole, her entire strip was out today. I mean, I don't even know how you get that deep fried, but whatever. Some people said that Tippy Time, she looked like COVID, but the cherries on her outfit, she had hundreds of cherries. Whatever. Funny. We've got Soul Ruka, Lola Vice, Jada Parker being led by the women's champ JC Jane, taking on Kalani Jordan, who is an NXT star, The Inspiration, who were NXT stars, and Mara Sade, who up until 3 months ago was an NXT star. Interesting. Then Dark State taking on the Hardys, tag team titles. Winner takes all. NXT versus TNA. Someone's going home with all the gold. Ethan Page taking on my favorite and possibly one of the best things in wrestling running right now for me. This story going back years. Mustafa Ali owed and North American title match from Dirty Dom gets let go from the company. Ethan Page doesn't owe me anything, but NXT does. Mustafa taking on Ethan Page, North American title championship match. Plus, so much more. Jordan Grace, she'll be there. We know we've got the one, the only Joe Hendry in attendance.
His name and
He
You
appears.
and your Joe Hendry.
I'm in love. So NXT is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. We'll be live reviewing both shows, letting you guys know what the hell is going on. Then Wednesday, like I said, predictions for everything. Bless you, sir. Going on for the weekend. And then we'll be live SmackDown, Australia, Perth. And Saturday for, I think that's Bound for Glory. And then Sunday's Crown Jewel, or vice versa. But still, either which way, a lot to look forward to. So
Something
make
like
sure you're
that.
subscribed, turn the notifications on, hit the thumbs up. It helps a ton when you like these videos. We appreciate it greatly. Mustafa, yes. Mustafa. He's like Mufasa, but it's Mustafa. You gotta say it the right way. Then, what do we have coming up? Wrestle Dream. That's taking place Saturday, October 18th. We've got Hangman Adam Page taking on Samoa Joe for the AEW title. Chris Statlander and Tony Storm going against each other for the women's title. And Darby Allin, John Moxley, I mentioned before, in an I Quit match. You can buy this pay-per-view for $49.99, and you can use my link in the description box down below to not get a discount because
Your
they
link?
suck. Yeah, my link to Bandcamp, where we feature the one and only Unidark theme of the show. That's right.
Their bones turn to dust.
That's right.
Let's go.
So back to SmackDown. I mean,
Do we have to?
we got to. Here's the thing. All right. It wasn't all bad. It wasn't. We
Like,
go
my
ahead.
arm started like it has a stabbing pain now. Every since you mentioned Smith, it's like painful to even hear those words.
It could be bad, but yeah, Wrestle Dream is definitely some type of low budget adult type of session thing. I mean, gotta be. Sol Ruka, her entire and Zarya take on the Secret Service's Alba Fire and Chelsea Green. They had a little backstage offer to become some slagents, some agents of the Secret Service, but they refused. I like how and hate how they're doing soft call-ups with all of these different people. They did it last year. They're doing it again now. They feature these few NXT talents, Sol and Zarya. Later on, we see Javon again. These things happen every week. They bring them on because, and they say from NXT, but then eventually they sign their contract, and now they're just suddenly officially NXT, no longer SmackDown stars. And the transition for fans is kind of jarring because we're used to them coming up in this big triumphant manner with the draft or something along those lines, a Rumble, entrance, something. But now you have them showcased for a few weeks. The fans get to know who they are. They did it with Stephanie. They did it with Julia. They did it, time and time again. We see it happening. So the soft call-ups are here. Sol and Zarya are just taking down everybody, but I think Sol Ruka might be in trouble with her title, so we'll have to see what happens. Zarya and Alba Fire start this match, and Zarya is just looking like a powerhouse. Good to see her wrestling, because I wasn't sure the last time we got to see her compete. Eventually, after she knocks her down with a big lariat, they get Chelsea to tag in, and she's getting manhandled. Sol tags in and does a huge face buster to Chelsea. Love that. They try and give you some distraction angles and whatnot, but eventually Green gets in, tries the unprettier, but Sol jumps out of the way and lands a Soul Snatcher for the win. Looked beautiful off the ropes in the corner.
Snatcher, because
Yeah, Snatcher coming out of
So-
anywhere.
So here's my issue.
Hmm.
I love Zolruka and all that. So
Was it that it
Maybe
was
you can
3 minutes
say-
and 40 fucking seconds?
yep, that's
Okay.
a big part of this. But
Because that upset
another
me.
thing though,
And the match
if you
was
wanna call
clunky, but it was fun. Chelsea Green is
Decent
very
tonight.
entertaining, but they could have given this so much more time.
you know what's funny? Maybe you have the point though that SmackDown was finally decent for once, but you know what it took for them to be decent? Using Raw and NXT talent.
Yeah. It's
That's
been
hilarious.
several weeks of not so great SmackDowns. And like I said, they're not bottom of the barrel terrible. Like, oh my God, I can't wait for this to be over. But it's not exciting and amazing. We get Javon and Ray Phoenix taking on Los Garzas. Sorry to Angel, and Humberto Carrillo there. Angel Garza and Humberto are making a name on AAA, but on SmackDown, no one gave a shit about these two. The audience was silent through most of this match. The one thing people came alive for, Javon Evans can literally fly like Superman. He dove out of the ring. He must have hit 10 feet in the air, the 4 feet plus the ring and everything. Insane. Man literally flew. You can see it on the pictures behind us circulating. So eventually Evans hits the OG cutter on Angel, gets him out of the ring. Phoenix gets the MMB, right? The Mexican Muscle Buster. Humberto gets the win. 9 minutes, like 15 seconds, I think. And that was it. And that led into the terrible Kit Wilson interrupting Damian Priest interview. But it was a solid 9-minute match. Huge foregone conclusion here. You knew who was winning right off the bat. Never a doubt in my mind for any of it. And sadly, it's not always like, oh, who matters who wins, but when you really know, you're just waiting for the ending. You're waiting for the finish. There was never a chance for Los Garza, and it's how bad they've handled the tag division in general, not just on Raw, not just on SmackDown, but all together. Even on NXT, they've lost a beat. You had Fraxium, some of the best tag team champions in years, defending those belts almost weekly all over the world. They went around, they were on the European tour, around Mania time. They were another soft call-up. You saw them for weeks on end, and then eventually they were just signed to SmackDown. No triumphant arrival, no big boom, just here you are, guys. Welcome to SmackDown. Undertaker's in catering. I love tacos, It's okay, you can speak. I won't hurt you.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't know if I was taking melatonin or.
I know. Ray Phoenix is fun to watch, but this match was just, like I said, a showcase briefly for them. The Garzas barely got anything. Javon tried to get the audience going by shaking the ropes and getting all fired up, and Phoenix finally gets a tag, and you're like, yeah. But the audience really couldn't give much of a damn. Just they cheered the finish, but that was it. And they worked really well together. I could see them being a very successful tag team. Him replacing Andrade is a huge plus. Andrade going from WWE to AEW to WWE to AEW. That's bouncy. Street Profits are backstage. They answer the Wyatt 6 videotape challenge. The VHS tape plays, and they get off to a spooky start.
You know what? I'll do what some people in the chat want. This was so fucking incredible. This was like one of the best things in WWE history, what the Wyatts were doing.
Wow.
This was like,
really?
This was like, you need to go back, watch it over and over and over again.
Goddamn. How much I love Halloween time in October, right? Because if you originally said this was shit, you said this was shit, I thought. So I was going to call it a spooky dookie moment. But you then started to praise it. So I don't know if I can give it the spooky dookie award because it scared the shit out of you. I thought we were going to have our spooky dookie moment of the day now that we're in October, folks. But
it was so good. It was scary. Where it scared the shit out of you. So it still gets the spooky dookie.
All right. It still gets the honorable spooky dookie award of the day. That's right. PM that shit. Needs its own sound effect. But let's be lazy here. What do we got? Sad trombone. No, we don't want to. I mean, that kind of works because it is a sad dookie moment of the show. It is a little underwhelming. I could just say
Bouncy.
Cody.
Yeah.
That works. Ben,
I saw Bouncy in the chat, so...
Bouncy? Does Ben have a suggestion, Ben?
No.
Thanks, asshole. So you know what we'll do? We'll just go with the classic Mr. Clean version. Here's your Spooky Dookie Award of the day, folks, for the SmackDown stream. That's right. It was the Wyatt Six. And they show up, and they're trying to be scary. They're gonna spook you, folks. But I'm talking about a bunch of gibberish nonsense at this point.
So incredible.
Your house is burning all around you, and the fire will be nothing more than piles of ash when we're done. What?
Words of wisdom. You
More of
never
that
know.
Bray Wyatt spooky gibberish. And Uncle Howdy couldn't even be damned to show up. He was not being bothered. He did not give a solitary He didn't care. He didn't give two shits. Not even a dookie shit. I mean, he couldn't even be bothered. But that's why this gets the
This is what some people
Spooky
call
Dookie.
cinema.
I mean, it does get my Spooky Dookie award because holy fuck, a bat in the house was a nightmare. Yeah, that's a nightmare. This
Is that better
not so much a
for the
nightmare.
people saying I'm being too negative on WWE's stupid television? Besides NXT, NXT is great, but is that better?
No,
Be
but
that positive?
you need to take some happy pills. I mean, Jesus,
Well,
worrying me over
I
here.
don't think happy pills work if you're gonna go ahead and sit yourself through a SmackDown. I think
Ecstasy
Well,
works
happy pills
every
would be-
time. I mean, Tylenol. Don't take it.
don't take it.
Don't take it. Acetaminophen.
Is
Better
there
call it
anything that could
Tylenol.
happen if I take
You
it?
could
Like,
end
what
up
would
with
it
your
do?
own Spooky Dookie award if you take it, so be careful. Granted, this was shit, and it really was shit, and that's why we gave it the official Spooky Dookie award. It had to happen. I'm sorry, but I like the Wyatt Six. I like the idea of them. They have not advanced their plot since they debuted and killed Chad. Like, I honestly, we've never, like, they brought out VHS tapes for weeks. And we had little hints. The first one with Uncle Howdy was so moving, the way it connected to his real life brother brought tears to my eyes. And then we get this, the Spooky Dookie Award. So everybody
the
poop is
debut of
spooky.
the Wyatt Six was good.
It was great. I loved it. Some people weren't a fan. I liked it. I thought it was fun. It was intriguing.
Because it
It
got
was
people
new.
talking. I
Yeah,
remember, is that Gunther? That looks like Dominic. That looks like Carmelo Hayes. Or
absolutely.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah. In this crowd tonight, they get the main event. It's Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, the crowd right away.
this is one of the greatest main events of all time. Randy Orton doing that sign. Oh my God, this was so fucking incredible. 20 out of
You got to just
10
rein in
stars.
those Cody Rhodes chants, my friend. Just soak them up. Like Jesus with the light. They chanted for our Savior, Cody. They brought him out there. Nightmare Family be damned. No Brandy. He's okay, though. He's got Randy. He doesn't need Brandy. Randy Orton coming out behind. Randy, as I said before, signs a child's poster that brings it to Cody to get him to
What if
sign it.
Randy decided to marry Randy? Randy Orton?
Then that would be a Brandy betrayal. And it would be Brandy Orton. Right?
What would you think of that? That would be a good storyline, huh?
That would be interesting. And then Cody would have to wear the paper bag again because she would say his dick doesn't work. Cinema. I'm with you.
I mean, that's what SmackDown was tonight.
Oh,
Being positive now, ladies and gents.
I'm calling it a flaccid penis. I mean, really, the Vision were out there. We got Braun Breaker and fucking Bronson Reed. Yeah. And the crowd did go crazy for Cody. But since they didn't get to sing Orton before, when they went, oh God.
Hearing everybody go absolutely banana.
They went nuts. They went totally banana for Randy Orton, screaming his music.
Banana?
They did. They went crazy. Now, like I said, next week, they before we get through the main event, we have one more moment to talk about. We mentioned it a little bit earlier, but Stephanie VanCourt and Tiffany Stratton. It was just two faces being like, you could be the better woman, but I will beat you. And then Tiffany says, it doesn't matter. I will always be Tiffy time. And then they sign the contracts. Tiffany walks away. And then they did something okay. Yes, Cody and everybody got pyro tonight. Cody got 2 rounds of pyro to make up for last week. So they had Stephanie VanCourt go ahead and stay in the ring while Kiana James and Julia attack Stratton. We got a Julia to Stephanie face-to-face on the main roster finally. Fuck yeah! That's right. I'm liking it.
I like it.
So we go ahead and we get ourselves a bit of a challenge. And I knew immediately, oh, they're going to make Stephanie and Tiffany team up to face these two next week on SmackDown. And that's exactly what we're getting, a tag team match. I couldn't even tweet it out by the time they confirmed it. So the 2 champions made quick work of Kiana James, her gigantic rack, and Julia with her U.S. title. The contract signing felt like nothing. It wasn't even like an anti-nothing. It was a non-nothing, like a non-event. No chemistry between Tiffany and Stephanie at all. No fire, no spark. It was just not even like, oh, may the best man or women win. It was just like, I mean, it was pretty damn fucking boring. Sorry, you and your sarcastic ass. No, it was a bit boring. And that's the sad part, because I'm sure the match will be good. But selling the match, what's the reason for the feud? Like, I wish they got a little. They still have a week to go, granted. So we'll see what happens in the tag match. But they really could have delved in here to like why I had to fight so hard. Like Stephanie was fighting in broken rings, and she was thinking that she was going to be like trafficked at one point, or she would be wrestling and have to become like a model or something. Like she was like, I didn't think if I stayed in lucha, I didn't have a chance to survive. Like that was going to be a problem for me. And I believe her. It was something crazy to listen to everything that she said. But yeah, I mean, she went to the ringer in Chile, and she said, like, if I stayed there, I probably would not either A, be alive, or B, be the person even close to what I am today. So hell of a,
She's definitely a great in-ring performer, and I'm happy for her for all the success. But we were talking about, you laughed at me because I still am on the fence of it being too early or not.
Yes. But when she got the loudest pop of the night. I mean, she said right here, it was 2008. I was only 14 years old. I was watching TV when suddenly the big WWE show in Chile was announced. I jumped off the couch excited because the first time WWE would be in Chile, February 14, 2008, a date I'll never forget. Like, she even remembers the date that she watched them in person for it. I'm looking for the tweet that they sent out earlier, though, but she was basically explaining, she's like, oh, Tiffany time, your time will be over. I mean, it's very generic and just not anything, great, but her English is improving. She's doing a great job. And I mean, how can you not love Stephanie? I feel like she got one of the loudest pops of the night besides Randy and Cody.
I love Stephanie. That's not the...
But I'm saying the crowd really loves her. And
still I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong, but still think it's too early for her. But
I think she might beat Tiffany Stratton. I think it might happen.
I think she should.
Yeah. I'm not so sure. We'll see what happens next week in the tag match. We'll be able to find out. But, think back to Money in the Bank.
Lose at all.
When she had the triple threat, with Liv and Ivy Nile and Stephanie there, proved enough. And everything she's done since.
What was that, though? Was that the Money in the Bank qualifier?
Yeah.
I'm
trying to forget that, right?
The qualifier, why?
You want that to be because that was what? Wasn't it the last match we had to Liv up until she got injured after?
Is that when she got hurt?
Not that match, when she faced Kabuki Warriors Finest Only, Kairi Sane. It was right around that point in time.
Oh yeah, Zoe Stark got injured during a Money in the Bank qualifier, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I know someone did.
You know, hey, whatever you're gonna do, that's what happens.
Hey, you know,
I didn't hate the you know, I'm not gonna. I'm looking forward to the match, but yeah, I don't want to hate on the signing, but it really was just very flat and boring, and all about can they coexist as tag partners next week? Very generic. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. We talked about
can
the
they
tag match,
coexist?
and then we get to Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes main event taking on the Vision, and this
The
exactly
greatest
was what it
SmackDown main
was.
event of all time.
The very typical Raw main event, except we
Oh.
didn't have you know, LA Knight and Jey Uso. Instead, you know, we got Cody and Randy, bigger stars, but most of it was about, you know, keeping Orton from tagging out into Cody for a while. Eventually, you know, you see Orton recover, he
See,
knocks him off onto a seating position.
I can never win.
Yeah.
I was being negative, so I got ridiculed. Then I went to being positive, and I still get ridiculed. It's okay.
Yep. You're fucked. Sorry.
Yep.
Just happens when you're as big as I am. So I mean,
Was it contagious? Wait, did you give me Tylenol that one night?
acetaminophen, yeah, the Tylenol. Can't do it, man. Heyman did the big distraction angle. Yes, distraction, so the ref could not see Seth Rollins deliver a huge stomp to Randy Orton. Reed then hits the tsunami, gets the win. They beat up Cody, but oh wait, Cody gets across Rhodes and they go off the air. This is a very nothing show. It was a house show, if anything. The Bronze not having tag team gold makes no sense to me. Seth is the main champ. They should have went for the tag titles. They should never have lost a match yet. They should be winning consistently, easily every match. So when somebody finally dethrones them, it's a big deal. Instead of them getting beat all the time and then just getting heat on afterwards. I know they won tonight, but it was all because of Seth Rollins. These two, again, they're feeling like Solo Sikoa minions. They can't get the job done unless they're helped by the master. And that's what happened with Solo. You know, Roman and everybody had to bail him out for the longest time. Unless Solo was the foil for the Roman's match, he was never useful. So, I don't know. Are you having live withdrawals yet or what?
What about liver withdrawals? What about it?
I didn't know if you're doing okay over there, or are you really starting to, you know, fiend without Liv being in the title picture or on your TV at all?
Yeah, it sucks that she's not on TV, but I'm just having a SmackDown.
You would have put her out there the moment she got out of surgery, still all doped up on propofol, being like, I don't know where I am, mommy. You put her out there and be like, defend the title. I know you would have.
You should have seen some of those fans. They would have put her in the match during her surgery.
Oh, I believe it. They're pretty ruthless. I don't know. This SmackDown was a Samoan spike to my nuts. Like, really, Coop. I wish I knew what to give this. I don't. I want to be positive. I tried to review it in the light of, hey, people are trying to give you some type of story, some type of something going on while we're heading into Crown Jewel. But Crown Jewel is overall meaningless. It's just a sideshow pay-per-view of champion versus champion. But in the grand scheme, it doesn't affect anything. Cody won last time. What did he get? A ring. Did it make him number one contender, you know, or number one in the Rumble? No, you got nothing. It was just, hey, were you main event for something? Nothing. No benefit. You're just the champ this year. Is it bragging rights? Sure, but it still doesn't feel like that's what we need. We need to have big stakes and a momentum change here. I miss when everybody had something to do, and that's why I am enjoying NXT so much, because everybody has storylines right now. Good, bad, and different, everybody's doing something, and it continues week to week. Why I love the Attitude Era, why I love NXT at this point in time. You have your big story, you have your smaller stories, and then you have your side quests and characters that pop up every now and again that you get. Everything, progression happens. The week before, Fallon, she was left fucking for dead. Somebody knocked her down and then they shot the bitch a few times. Poor girl. 98 times, I think 99. We've seen it. We've seen it all. And the week after, I was like, oh, look at, and Lainey Reed's like, oh, not only did I attack her, but I helped you in your match. And she throws the hood away. Like, hey, you know, progression. Is that the main story? Nope. She's a women's champ. It matters for that. But you know, everything going on with Trick, and then, you know, it just continues. I enjoy it. I like you said earlier, SmackDown is missing that big overarching story. That's something fun, that the bloodline angle. It is. And a lot of the little stories, yeah, because the Vision are strictly supposed to be on Raw for the most part. And then who do we have on SmackDown now? It was John Cena for a while, especially when he was heel. Like, he was the mainstay. And then you had like Cody, you had Punk attack him, Randy attack him. You know, like you had then him and Logan Paul. You know, after the thing with Cody, so Cena was the focus, but he's not anymore. He's not going back to SmackDown. Only Raw.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give SmackDown a 4.
Wow, 4. I'm feeling like I enjoyed Sol Ruka's match. I wish it wasn't so short, though. That was really upsetting.
It was decent, but what are we gonna do? Praise SmackDown for Raw and NXT talent?
You're not wrong. I mean, it was like a bar mitzvah minus the Jewish aspect. I was gonna give it a 5.5.
I'm sticking with my 4.
I mean, that's negative as fuck, bud. 4?
Yeah.
I should fire you on the spot.
SmackDown is garbage.
You know what else is garbage? Running out of vodka.
Yeah.
Well,
having to watch the show.
Having to watch us.
To my brain.
I don't want to go to bed. What do we do now? SmackDown's over. So what's new?
I don't know. What is new?
I'm out of vodka. That's what's new. This day sucked. This week's been a bit shit, but we're alive and breathing, right?
So your whole week has felt like SmackDown?
It has. It's just been unnecessarily stressful.
I'm not trying to be negative, but Raw is decent, but I only complain about the same opening and main event. That's
Raw this week was not terrible. I mean, it lacked a little bit of pizzazz. They tried to give it a bit of freshness with Rhea opening and having the women, you know, be the focal point of that. We still closed with the Vision, but
Io's acting. Ugh.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean,
probably best women's wrestler, if not the best wrestler in the world right now, Io, but she's on a polar opposite scale for acting.
How do you feel about WWE being with Call of Duty Mobile? You know, it's kind of interesting what they're giving us here. It's all you can play as Undertaker and Alexa Bliss. So day one, they added Alexa Bliss, and then they're adding the Undertaker. There's going to be limited time game modes, operators you can buy. There's the Alexa. It's all creepy and kills you, you know, and she's like looking super hot. Use code BOOTY to shake it, you know, but looks interesting nevertheless. I know they're going to have, there he is, there's the dead man. Popping up behind you like you did in the match with AJ. Look at that. Did you order takeout? Call of Duty Mobile. Oh, look at that. Seems effective. I don't play Call of Duty mobile, but they already on the main game added them in. So I don't think that would be the worst thing to add in Undertaker when they've already got, who is it? Cody, Rhea, and one other.
Me?
Yeah, you're on there.
Wow.
No, it was Cody, Rhea, and one other that they had. I do like the memes that Asuka's putting out. They've been funny. I'll give her that. Hold on, make sure I don't add every image into the fucking thing again. Here we go. You know, Asuka at the art gallery. She's turned everybody blue. That made me chuckle. That's a good one. You know, thank you, Asuka. Let's go ahead and we'll hang that over here. Here we go. We'll put that right there. Let's yeah, we'll turn it a little bit and make it some art. There we go. Thank you, Asuka.
Wait, what do you and Asuka use? Because you used that on me before. That mess.
It's food coloring and horse semen. Adds a real sticky like resin, and then it doesn't, like, it drips, but it stays, and that's what gives the blue dye of the food coloring so much like intensity, is the horse semen.
Really?
Really? The only problem is procuring the horse semen. Takes hours.
Do you do it yourself?
Yeah, it's a manual job. I mean, it takes a lot of effort. You gotta run back and forth. And
So explain to everyone in detail what you do.
well, first you start off with a 55-gallon drum. You know, why are you asking me? Ridiculous. I mean, regardless, when is Ilya Dragunov ever coming back? Do you think that he's coming back? People keep saying he was due back weeks ago. I don't know. Him and Hologram, are they off, you know, touching each other inappropriately? I'm not too sure.
I'm nervous that he might be released. Well, not released yet, but get released by WWE.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hell of a way to end SmackDown. This photo was like, you know, you dare say cinema. Look at this shit. I mean, look at that. It looks like a retired old man, but that is Seth after getting cross-roaded by Cody. Look at that. Oh, that's a hell of an ending. Look at that. You should frame that. That is definitely going. You know what? We're gonna just make a whole art gallery here. I'm gonna put that right there. And here we go. We'll put that up and turn it that way. There we go. We got some more art in our art gallery. There we go. Gonna keep adding to our art gallery because that is a piece of work. I mean, look at that. Seth looks like Undertaker skinny. I mean, that does look like he's the dead man, right? Just wearing the wrong costume. That looks like the Undertaker, like Seth Taker, not Caretaker.
It looks like his clothes got stained. It's Undertaker, and his clothes got like he put his whites in with his, you know.
Yeah, Hologram turned heel the other day too. We didn't even talk about that. I mean, he came out and now he's orange. Holy, he's orange.
Cinema.
Heyman did tell him not to go back in the ring and didn't anyways, and that's how he ended up like this. So should have paid attention. Should have listened. That's how he ended up this way. All cross-roaded out, busting his neck. He looks like he's anticipating that horse semen money, but didn't come. Get it? Ah!
That was great.
That was good. Into somewhere. I don't know. You know what's funny? Drones. There's been a ton of them in this town lately. Like, the local police department got drones, and they've just been flying them all over to, like, test them, I guess. So you see cop cars just parked in random spots, and then you see it almost looks like a little kid waiting to get picked up by his drunk dad at softball. So the cop is sitting on the tailgate of their, like, cruiser, and he's, like, got his legs hanging and kicking while he's wearing this, you know, VR visor, and he's got the controller in his hands. So you just see the cop all hooked up to 3D, just like, and there's some drone flying in circles. And it's the funniest thing, because you could walk over and beat the shit out of him, and you'd have no idea it's coming because he's just got the drone footage on. But they're playing with all their new toys around here. So much for defunding anything. I don't know.
Ain't defunding shit.
Those things
So
are
what are the
loud
drones
too.
for?
You just hear them. Jordan Grace showing off her new hair.
You know what? Let's get into conspiracies.
Oh, you and your conspiracies. I'll give you a conspiracy.
Okay.
What happened to Jordan Grace's new hair here? Look at this. She showed how she cut her hair the other day, and now she went ahead and straightened it, so no more curls. The curls are gone. I'll have to see if I could find any more. Here we go. See, the curls are gone. It's like, don't worry about me.
That's what
Everything
you
is
used to do to
fine.
your hair, you know?
That's what I need to do, but should have put that in my art gallery.
So, do you think the moon landing is real?
Yes,
Do you?
I do. I don't see the point in faking it.
I guess not, but we've advanced with technology. Why haven't we been back?
We've been back since then. Many Apollo, see, people think we haven't been, but many Apollo missions went back. They had lunar rovers and all these different like procurement missions where they brought back samples and moon rocks and shit. We didn't never go back. And I'm not just showing you Jordan Grace in booty shorts. This is her hair transformation here on Instagram. So she goes away. Know what she's doing. Look at her walk away from that mirror in the booty shorts. She's like, Blake Monroe fucked up the curls, but that's okay. Here I come, fierce as ever. Jack off to me, boys, because it's time. It's time. It's Jordan time. Look at that hair. Rockin', girl. So much for the ripped up curls. But we
You know what you're
appreciate the
trying to
booty
do.
shot. Distract you with booty shorts?
No.
Oh.
But another one. What's another fun topic? Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah. I mean, how could we be the only thing out here?
People would think you're crazy for saying that. There's some people that be like, "Wow, that just make believe, right?" Like Santa. I'm like, you know how many galaxies there are, suns, moons.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. To
planets they
have us
discovered
be the
that
only
look like
ones
Earth.
out there is something that I can't comprehend. I'm not able to fathom it. That's worse than
I
being
think
like,
there is
jack
life
off to
elsewhere.
me, boys. Like, no. Speaking of, you want to see the best thing AI's possibly ever made? I almost pissed myself when I saw this the other day. Probably going to get in trouble, but it needs to happen. You ready? All right. 3, 2, here we go. Oh, look who joined AEW.
Tony was like,
Oh my God, the Crippler's back.
Tony Khan probably thought that actually happened. Oh my God, guys! Thank you for turning in the AEW Dynamite tonight.
Fucking AI, man. Oh, that
This
needs
is
to
why
go in our
AEW is
gallery.
Best wrestling show of the week. You know,
We gotta put that in our gallery. No, all right.
that's
we'll
my
probably get in
Tony
trouble.
Khan
Get it out of
imitation.
there. I mean, Carmelo Hayes put up a jersey of Miz being #1. I wonder what that's about. You know, could it be that he got attacked by him and now he's promising retribution? I don't know, but I am
Ooh.
top 10%, not 1%. I am the top 1%. I don't think there will probably ever be a payoff, honest to God, for Randy and Cody. I'm kind of at the point now where I believe that they will never have Randy turn and that they're forever just going to do these little teases just for the online fans. I think that that's their only intention. They want to go ahead and do these little fun ha-has just for those moments. You know, they want to make people oh my God, do you think he's going to turn? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think that's what's it? But I don't think that's the case. So look at me. Ah, there we go. I'm back to shape. The timer kind of warped me for a second there because it was trying to edit the other picture. Woo! Put me in a freaking compressor. Ouch. Cody,
Yo,
what'd you do today? Anything good? Anything worthwhile?
you want to know what I did today? I ran a few errands. I had a check of nothing major, but then Walmart, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Shit
it looked like
that.
his soul into his body and he was devastated for what he did. Yeah, absolutely. He was just aware. Yeah, Walmart should be paying us. You know, I haven't been there in a long time, but I was
really
earning
should.
stock at one point with how many times a week I was there up until I wasn't walking. You know, Colombian soldiers find solace in Furry Force. Have you heard of Furry Force?
I don't know if I have.
It's a group of emotional support dogs that they created as a way to combat PTSD. And they've been sending these dogs to hospitals to help the patients deal with their severe war traumas. And they actually see that incidents of violence declined by 94% with these soldiers since bringing on the furry force, the emotional support dogs for treatments. So them having animals around, they don't want to react badly because they feel guilty for like yelling or snapping in front of the dog. And they still have like that type of dedication to something. So they're able to calm themselves in ways not anticipated before. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I have my own, service doggy, and Milo does some great things. He alerts me to migraines and can predict stuff and tell me when I need certain meds, but it's cool to see the advancements,
You know it.
Absolutely.
It really is cool.
I think it's a fair rating for SmackDown. I want what's one obscure theory that you believe, some really big conspiracy theory that most people don't believe but you think is somehow true? There's got to be
one.
something you believe in out there,
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
All right, I'll go.
You go first.
All right, I've never been fully sold by Sandy Hook. I'm sure I'll get canceled for that one, but I'm not saying children didn't pass away. I'm not saying, but there's so many points of contention with that one that just seems so surreally weird. That day in the town over from me, they had like Homeland Security and DA, like they had all these different law agencies practicing for what would happen, the exact same incident that happened at that school. So that was always peculiar. And the fact that like they didn't try to bring anybody out, like they were certain everyone was dead. Like if you were an EMT or a paramedic or anything like that and you pull up, there's rarely a chance you don't bring a body at least to the hospital, or you have to call a physician to come on scene, to declare people dead. But like there's only a few parameters to actually declare someone dead. Like it's if you see brain matter, if they have 4th-degree burns on, I forget the percentage of their body, if they've been underwater and warmed to temp for so many minutes, without oxygen for so long, that type of thing. But no paramedics ever entered. No one tried to bring anybody out or resuscitate. Like the whole thing just looked bizarre. So not that it didn't happen, but there was certainly some type of weird, situations around the developments with that. It's always been something that went ahead and made me crazy. So I don't know. I'm telling you, it's something going full Alex Jones. It's just because I lived here, so I saw parents that lost children there, and it never made sense as to like everything that went down, how it could have happened, and how it worked out the way it did. It was just devastating, horrible. Courtney, actually, my wife worked with a family that lost a child there, and that's why we were always like, was what else? It just didn't make sense, and that's the unfortunate part. And especially when you have like that severe of loss of life and it being so young, you can't justify it in your mind. So that's typically
that one, I think,
the main crux of it all.
I think that actually did happen.
Oh, I do believe. I think it happened. I just don't think it happened exactly how they present it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be a bit crazy.
Respect everyone's religion and stuff, but do you believe more in the Big Bang Theory or God?
I really don't know. I have such a warped, distorted view on religion for the most part due to my upbringing and things of that, but but yeah, it was Kind of both. I mean, it sounds weird to be so neutral, but I'm not sure. You know, I've seen examples for unexplained phenomena and miracles and little things of works, and then I don't know. Science makes sense, so it's hard to rationalize. I find myself
Like,
being more
here's my
science and
take on
faith
it.
based,
Like,
but
if God controls everything, is the creator of all, why is there evil? You know,
because
I'm like,
if you want to get in a religious debate, I'm not the one for it, but because that's Satan is the answer. You know,
but
why do
he's
children
more
die of
powerful than
cancer?
Satan, right?
But it's the ebb and flow. There's a balance, so there can't be good without evil. There can't be life without death. It's how it has to be.
But
Children die of
everything has
cancer
to
at a
have a
young age
time, then, right?
because
As
it's
well,
the devil's
like
doing.
because
You know, I
what
guess,
was before God? Then something can't just always be there.
right? I don't know. That's the thing. I wish
Even with the Big Bang, what was before that? Like,
primordial
that's kind of
soup,
stuff.
a
Just
bunch of ooze, something that turned into a star that combusted, that created life, and then the galaxy formed.
do you believe in having multiple lives? Like, if you pass away as you, then being born as someone else.
Reincarnation. I mean, I jokingly said like I must be one of, you know, Hitler's right hand men or something with all the crap I've dealt with in life, but I want to say it's not that you're reincarnated, but you do have a connection to, it sounds weird, like some not so much like energies, but like memories. There's ways that, you know, memories are passed on through DNA, so I think that's part of it.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, you have someone?
What's that?
I'm lost there. Repeat that. I'm lost. I'm trying to.
I it kind of goes both ways. You know, yeah, are we forever sinners? We could be. I don't think it's reincarnation, but I think it's there's like, because of DNA, there's memories passed down. Because like if you look at DNA, even like a small, like there's so much memory packed into our genetic code, gigabytes and gigabytes and terabytes and all of this stuff of data. And the way we've barely been able to even research parts of it, never mind all of it, you know, there's still all this undiagnosed and unresearched areas of DNA. So what's passed on through familial, like, can memories be passed on? Is that why we have inclinations and you know, like that intuition, that gut feeling, because we've either been through that before or something similar, and it's a memory that we can't quite feel coming out in the forms of emotions. I mean, yeah, does your soul continue
Some people
on?
believe that we, like, the earth ends and it reappears and we start again. Like, do you believe in that? Like, we just keep redoing this?
Repeating. I think there's certain things that keep repeating, like in cycles, but not that we keep repeating. I think you can
You
learn
know,
a
like we
lot.
keep.
I don't think we keep repeating, but I think there are cycles of things that repeat in ways of civilization, and
So,
it's like, you
if
know,
you believe in
ways to be
evolution,
doomed to repeat themselves, essentially.
here's a good point on this. Like, why haven't humans evolved more than what we are now? If we
But
evolved
who's to
for more
say what we've
apes,
evolved from? I mean, look at what we have now. Look at all the things that we're able to do. And even in the last 10 years with technology, look at how far smartphones have advanced, how many things that we have access to. When I was a kid, my math teacher would yell at me, "You're not always going to have a calculator in your pocket." Now I have a calculator, a translator, a dictionary, encyclopedia. Do you remember how much we would have to pay for encyclopedias to get the base information on everything you could list? 26 books, sometimes more, because they had to have it, 2 for S and 2 for T. You know, who ate the last slice of pizza? I'm not sure, but somebody was hungry. Granted,
COVID's a good one. What do you think about that?
They admitted that it was a man-made disease in a lab in Wukong. Oh, YouTube is killing this one quick. Oh, Jesus, buddy.
We're fucked.
Yeah, we're getting like 90 views on this one.
Well,
We got 10K on our
what
Raw
you said about
review.
Sandy Hook. I think
Well, that's
that-
why I said, once I brought that up, that was done for. We already torched it, but
we can bring up anything now.
yeah, no, you brought up the vid. I'm trying to get laid, and you're trying to go ahead and get me in trouble. God damn it. Go ahead and hold on, I
you
gotta pump myself up here. Where is it? There we go.
Do you think those
Mini
masks
chair pump.
work?
Back support. All right, what now?
Do you think like it was a hoax? Like, do you think it was a real deal? There was as many deaths as they said, or do you think they used someone got into a car crash? They had COVID though.
No, I think there were as many deaths. I think that the issue is that there's a lot of people out there that either aren't vaccinated or aren't healthy to begin with. A lot of the deaths were all related to comorbidities, people being excessively overweight or severely sick with COPD. And then they thought initially putting you on a ventilator would help you. Then they weren't able to get you off. So I feel like it was exactly as it claimed to be, a disease that they made in a lab that they thought, hey, let's see what happens. It got out. I don't think we ever needed to be locked down, though. I think that was just pointless. I don't think we would have had many more deaths either, the way it worked out. I think the lockdowns just kind of, because once you weren't locked down anymore, everybody got COVID and barely anybody died from it. It was just initial, early on, the very sick of the sickest, people in old folks' homes, people in hospice, and those type of areas were going to suffer from it. So,
You know what?
It definitely,
I know you said
they admitted finally that it got out from the lab, though. So,
I know you said let's not bring this topic up, but we brought up much worse. So, fuck it at this point. Republicans and Democrats, do you think they are on the same side of the coin? Like this government shutdown, do you think it's all political theater?
I mean, I think there's key people that are. I think there's people that present themselves to be one side that kind of control both, and it always comes back to money. I mean, that's really what it all comes down to. I mean, that's why the government shut down, because they don't agree on a budget. It always
who
comes
the only people
down
getting
to
paid are?
money.
The only people getting paid from the government?
Yeah, who?
Politicians. They're all still getting paid. They're
Right? But they said
Salary,
it wouldn't affect
that's funny.
disability, but it did. They said it wouldn't affect SSI, but it did. It wouldn't affect retirement, it wouldn't affect Medicare, but it did. So, yeah. It was just a test for lockdown. Absolutely. They had to test lockdown procedures. That's not a bad thought either.
test for what though? What are they planning?
God knows, right? I mean, after what we've seen this year, anything is possible. That's kind of the scary part of it all. We don't know what's to come. Because like I'm one of those weird Second Amendment people. Like I grew up shooting guns. I competed in range competitions. I used to bring my bullets to school with my gun muffs, and then the shooting range would pick me up twice a week and take me to competitive shootings. Now, the reason I joined is because my best friend at the time, his name was John, his dad was a Vietnam vet and very big into weapons, signed him up, and his dad was like, do you want to do it? And I wanted to be with John, so I was like, sure. And then I wasn't terrible at it, and it was a sport that I could do as a fat kid, so I got decent at it and did competitive shooting. And then once Sandy Hook happened, not Sandy Hook, Columbine, we were no longer able to bring our bullets to school. I got in trouble for that one, and it was like, well, what am I going to do? Throw it at somebody? If only that worked. Right? Just chucking them down the hallway like the, the things you get at parades, the snappers that pop. Got a pocket full of ammo. Hey-ya! 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 Like poppers. Oh, Jesus.
This
But,
is a fun. Leave me
I
with
don't
more
think we need. I don't think we need weapons. I really don't. Like especially most of what you get into, like for home defense, you could get away with a simple shotgun or pistol. Besides that, I don't think you need an
Like,
assault rifle to hunt. But
How many like if there's a mass shooting, someone like with weapons to defend yourself, how many times does a good person with a gun stop what's going on? How
Not
often does that happen?
well. How often is that politicized as well? That's kind of the problem. You're not shown those as many. If you're looking for it, you can see it, but it's not as often as you'd like to think, and that's because of the laws. Like people said, there was a streamer, a YouTube streamer, that just went ahead and guess what? He got refused by a girl. She went ahead and didn't go ahead and agree with his creepy ways. She turned him down, and she was polite about it too. She wasn't even rude. And what did he do? He stalked her for days and found out her and her friend are going to be on e-bikes, and he ran them both over and killed them. And then he went home and he started a live stream, and he talked about how I send thoughts and prayers to these girls, and it's a terrible thing that happened. And then told everybody that he did it. But yeah. I mean, that's the kind of evil we're facing at this point. There is enough wrong with this world already that we don't need to add to it. I feel like, and even in cultures and societies where they've taken away guns, it's like, oh, people could still kill people. Absolutely, but never in the manner that is the ease of access of a rifle or any type of firearm. I mean, you don't need to be close. You don't, for someone to have done to Charlie what they did, you know, without a gun.
There's already conspiracy theories on that.
Would have been very difficult.
Like,
what would they have done?
Why
Would they
didn't they
have
do an
tried to
autopsy on
drive
him,
in
though?
there? Well, by the time they crashed through some people, he probably could have gotten on the way. If you try to blow it up, would you make it that far? If you try to, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. But there's a lot of evil in the world. The world is terrible, and for the good that's out there, enjoy it while you can. That's why I tell you to love your families, and that's why I always say stay sexy. It's not literally about being sexy, folks. It's about that state of mind. If you're sexy, what are you? You're confident. You're secure. You're intelligent. You're
Here's another one.
thoughtful.
Do you think the
caring,
government can dictate the weather? And they control it?
desirable? The weather?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Politicized
But
for climate change and all that.
I don't think so. I don't think they control the weather, but I do believe in global warming, though. I know. I mean, you can see it, just the evidence of how we have the lack of seasons now and the way it's changed. It's freezing cold in May and warm in December. Everything's ass backwards. So
Yeah, like years ago, you wouldn't like we're still this weekend. Like we're gonna get days in the 80s.
yeah,
Still in October.
in October.
Yeah. So
And we got Bad Bunny coming back, right? Yeah. What are we gonna do? We'll see if he hops in for Survivor Series, but I don't know. See, I don't know.
give me another conspiracy theory.
9/11 was always a big one that I looked deeply into, but I mean, when you think about it,
Like who did it? Like
and just
exactly.
every aspect of it, how the buildings came down. I was home that day. I was in a cast, actually. I broke my ankle in 5 places, so I couldn't start my freshman year of high school. People thought I was dead, actually. When I showed up, I remember this girl ran to me. She's like, I thought you died. But I didn't start till like midterms in January. So I was home. So my friends were calling me from the payphone in school being like, what's going on? And I'm like, a plane hit the first tower. And then they called me a plane hit the second tower. And then eventually after they fell, the school did like an assembly, let people go. And then people could watch on TV if they wanted to stay in the auditorium. But yeah, I remember that distinctly, watching it unfold as it happened, piece by piece. And it's still to this day, there's so many unanswered questions. And like one of the main things at the time is that you had the people that were in the airplanes that crashed into the tower, as they left voicemails for their families, but yet you couldn't at that time leave voicemails at that altitude. With the way cell phones were, they wouldn't work at that height. There, you know, that's why you would have to pay for the cell service for the airplane those times. A lot of little things didn't add up, and it just, you know, was it a common occurrence? Was it just an outlier, or was something deeper being considered? Crazy.
this one's a stupid one. I think we can. The Earth being flat.
Yeah, no, that's been. I mean, you've had people in space. We got to see Felix Baumgartner drink enough Red Bull and get himself up there and jump and spiral back down to Earth. You know, you see the curvature. Like it's clearly not flat, but
I don't know how
see
the Bible
why
works
people
or
would think that way, but
I want to get off that one. That one's silly. That one's just silly. If there were aliens, does that prove God more or disprove him?
good question. I'm not sure. Look at you, Mr. Talkative. Give me some reasonings. What are you thinking?
Like, Jesus came to Earth, right? Because the whole Bible, from what I hear, is the creation of Earth. So, if that were the case, then why is there life elsewhere? Unless you're implying that life on elsewhere it looks just like us, right?
Makes you wonder.
So, what would you say though? If there was life elsewhere, does that prove or disprove?
I think it could go both ways, honestly. Not to sound again like a fence sitter, but you could say, if God created life here, why did he not do so elsewhere? What makes us the only life forms around? Why is Cody only able to team up with Randy? Where are the lizard people? Where's my hoverboard? You know, it all relates. I'm telling you, my friend, we've gone through the ringer with this one. This is what happened when SmackDown goes ahead and kind of falls off the rails. So we need to go ahead and get out of here before we get any more trouble with YouTube. But we'll be back this upcoming weekend. This probably won't go far on YouTube, but we'll see what happens if it doesn't replay. YouTube's not going to like most of this, but we had fun.
What we said on here?
Either or. Still fun. Granted, I appreciate you guys for being here. Cody, let these fine people know where they can find you, my good friend.
You can find me over on my Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it nowadays, at Judgment Day Era. You can find me over on my YouTube, which I still need to post gaming content. No, this is not a shtick. I know I say it every time, but Jake, you said you would help me.
I'm here. Let's do this.
Set up like GTA and all that.
Yeah.
That is also at Judgment Day Era. And you can find me on my Instagram at Cody_Onidi_316.
Oh, they didn't kill Nakamura. He's wrestling. Hold on. He's gonna be in the I forget what match. They've got him coming up for the ring comeback for the WWE Japan tour. So on October 17th, night 1, Nakamura will be partnering with Jey Uso. So he's going to team with Jey Uso against The Vision, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Night 2, Nakamura, CM Punk, and Jey Uso team up against the entire Vision, including Seth Rollins. So impressive. Yeet. And then they're going to have Julia defend against Io Sky. Rhea Ripley is going to be the triple threat in that match. Cool. Seth Rollins defends his title against CM Punk. And they'll provide the Japanese fans with memorable experiences. So Nakamura being used on TV is unclear, but he's going to be used on the WWE Japan Tour October 16th and 17th. They're going to use him. Or 17th and 18th, excuse me. So we will see what happens. But Nakamura, he's not dead. It's just a clone. No, they've got him going up against The Vision with CM Punk. Should be fun. He's being booked as a face, but I thought he was a heel. Make sure you're following us on YouTube, youtube.com/Jake.DeMarco or Jake DeMarco or Jake Countdown Ended. It's up to you. They all work. Jake DeMarco's the easiest. Make sure you turn the notification bell on because we're going to be live next week. Raw review, Showdown review. Wednesday, live preview and predictions of Crown Jewel and TNA Bound for Glory. And then Friday we'll be live with the Australia Smackdown review. Did the Wyatt Six lose their titles? We got to see what happens. Then we're going to go ahead and head into Saturday and Sunday, Bound for Glory, Crown Jewel, reviews for both. We'll be into somewhere all over it. Going to be a great time. Make sure you don't miss it. I hope you all have a great Friday. Thank you so much. Stay sexy And I hope you all have a great night. We'll see you soon. Take care.